On the other side of the world, there's a young drifter from Taiwan. Since he was a child, he dreamed of becoming a world-class surfer. With that dream in his heart, he grew and thrived in San Diego, California.
Hello, my name is John Chan, and I'm a Taiwanese surfer that grew up in Encinitas, California. My dream growing up is to become John Florence. That's why I named myself John after him. My dream just become a pro surfer.
Though still young, he's already left his mark on countless international stages. Every time on the board, he's not only surfing for himself, he's carving the name of Taiwan on the crest of every wave. While the city still sleeps, he's already seeking the first wave of the day. It's how every morning begins, the rhythm that grounds John's life.
In Encinitas, the waves are usually the best early in the morning. And I love to go in the morning because when you wake up really early, it's like really refreshing and the air just feels really clean. The surf spots here are great for everyone from beginners to advanced. It's like we have lots of beach breaks, point breaks, and even slabs here. The biggest difference between the surf culture and waves, I think the water here is super cold, so we won't able to surf without a wetsuit on. Surf culture-wise, I think here it's a lot more aggressive and local. So if you're new to the spot, they might just like ignore you and not help you at all. But once you get close, they'll definitely give you tips on how to get better. And here, the history is really long, so you'll see legends like Ramachado walking by daily.
本来他的兴趣很多，比如说他也打棒球，然后也踢足球。他们很小的时候，我有带他们去澳洲啊，他们也有看很多人在冲浪。可是第一次他亲身体验是在美国这边。我记得那一天天气是阴雨天，而且即将下大雨。他跟我说坚持他想要到海里试试看，可是那时候海里没有半个人。 他一个人就下水，而且那时候他还不会冲浪，他就拿着趴板，然后就到海里，真的就一个人待在海里20分钟。所以那个时候我们很确定他很热爱海上的运动。自从那一次开始之后，每天我们几乎都会拨时间到海边。
I started surfing because my dad really inspired me to get into this sport, and I started skating first, and then translate into surfing. But the first memory I have is probably hitting my friend with my surfboard and knocking him out, which is like really scary. After 3 or 4 years until I'm in middle school, I kind of overcome that challenge of like hitting my friend and then getting back into surfing again.
On the waves, he's calm and focused, a surfer beyond his years. But once the board hits the sand, he's just a kid again. After greeting the ocean at sunrise, he packs up his board and returns to school.
Now I'm 18 years old and I go to my high school called SDA, San Diego Academy, just right next door. I think the school around here is like really free, lots of freedom, lots of culture as well. So you can see lots of differences in each one of the students, and yeah, just really free around here.
This place is more than a playground. It's a training ground for life.
Hi, my name is Vincent Duprat. I'm the coach for the SDA high school surf team. It's a passion for me. I've been surfing all my life and I wanted to be able to give back to the community and give back to the kids. We don't get paid, but I think it's normal. It's a duty to be giving back to those kids.
This school is like one of the best surfing schools in the States, so lots of good surfers come here, and when you join this school, those surfers just get you to surf even better.
John have a really good technique. His technique is really, really good. He's a really, really good surfer. What I teach him the most is more in the water, how to manage his time in the heat, how to manage the other competitor, because it's hard. What he needs is more somebody to tell him how to place himself in the water, how to be aggressive or not too aggressive, look at the condition, to slow down a little bit and take your time to look at the wave before you go in the water.
Yeah, the coaches here have lots of experience because they're usually ex-pros before, so they can teach you a lot just by breaking down your surfing.
What I'm trying to teach those kids is not only the surfing part of it, but also understand that they're part of a community. They're part of an environment that they need to respect each other. I think it's critical that they learn how to behave in the water, behave with each other, more important than the surf itself.
Here, he's surrounded by friends who share the same passion. Each session, each fall, each rise, they push one another further, growing stronger together.
My relationship with John is good. I met him in 4th grade before he could really speak any English, and yeah, when I first met him, kind of just was curious to know about him and started hanging out with him, and yeah, he's super cool.
Knowing him for this long, it's really been like an honor and a great experience. Just watching him, grow up and start his surfing. I just love being his friend and being around him. He's so funny.
Yeah, we're just really good friends, and yeah, I see him everywhere.
Sometimes I went fishing with him a lot. Sometimes we go skating. We go to the park called Olympus, skate around there a lot. He's really good at skating.
I think skating really helps surfing because when skating you do these tricks, it helps you get the feel of in the air. And as I started surfing, I found myself using what I learned from skating to really help build upon my skills. And skating is just like a really good thing to help build your muscles in your legs. Because I take so many trips outside of the country and it just caused me to get super far behind school. Maybe when I come back, just lock myself in my room and do like 12 to 13 hours of school every day. Yeah, mostly I study by myself because no one wants to do 12 hours a day. But maybe like once or twice a day, my friends would come back and study with me.
What I've been recently doing with him is I'd go over to his house after school and just get some homework assignments done with him, just work on some stuff.
Well, the first time I saw Johnny surfing, I was actually pretty scared of him. He looked pretty intimidating because he's just in the zone.
Yeah, I'd say he has like 2 different personalities from in the water and outside. In the water, he's really locked in, really focused on getting that perfect wave.
He's more outgoing on land, talkative, and can speak a lot when he's out of the water. But in the water, he gets very focused. I can tell he gets very concentrated. He catches a lot of waves, maybe too many waves.
Every battle on the waves isn't just competition, it's connection. John and his friends challenge, inspire, and lift one another, turning surfing from a personal dream into a shared journey of growth.
I think the biggest difference I notice is that here they teach you, but they also let you have the freedom to learn by yourself and learn from your mistakes. Unlike back in the country, they kind of just teach you everything and it's more like one direction.
Also, another thing that I'm trying to help John is a little bit with technique. Some of his surfing is really sharp, but he tends to want to do too much on a wave instead of to less and better. So it's quality over quantity. So you can catch a lot of wave, but you get a bunch of low score, or you can catch less wave and get a big score because you really focus on the moment, not on all the little waves that you catch in between. So that's more on that aspect that I'm trying to help him.
For surfers like him, the sea is home. After class, no matter how far he's gone, the ocean is always where he longs to return. Surfing may look effortless, but behind the freedom lies endless repetition, strength, endurance, balance.
Normally, throughout my day, I kind of surf in the morning and then train mostly on aerobic and calisthenic kind of. Just like not to build muscle, but to build strength and endurance. And it really helps with core muscle, and that really translates into surfing.
Every detail matters, and every ounce of effort determines who will come out on top.
So what are we doing today?
I think I want to order a board for Taiwan
Oh, right on.
soon, yeah. I would like to have a model for bigger waves.
Okay, good. So I do have a model for that kind of wave. I do recommend the Black Mamba.
Okay.
So it's a good board for barrel, for hollow surf. How big do you want your board?
Maybe like 5'10".
5'10"?
Yeah.
Do you know how wide and how thick?
Maybe like 18 and a half, maybe.
18 and a half. So what fins do you want?
FCS too.
FCS2? 3 fins?
Yeah.
PU, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pink and black rails.
Mm-hmm. So this board here.
Yeah, let's make it. Let's design right here. Going 5'10". Do a little bit more tail rocker. We're going 2.4. Now we have the file right here. We can, and then now we're gonna open the file, connect the computer with the machine, and we're ready to go.
Okay, sick.
This is the one. Top and bottom. And after that, we just sand the whole board and you're ready to go.
Sick.
So we are freshy.
Yeah.
It's a nice board. Grab it.
It feels like it goes in small waves too.
Yeah. And you see the weight is good.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be a little bit.
a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
Like what we're looking for.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be stronger on the deck as well. Excited. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
This is John's daily life, his discipline, his routine, his quiet path toward the world stage.
他在这个比赛一路的过程啊，他算是很努力，然后很自律的一个小孩。我本身也是运动员出身，所以在他身上我看到他是很坚定的，想要在这个运动上获得一个很好的成绩，很要求自己。我很少看到有这么自律的小孩。even 我没有在他身边的时候，他一早6点多就会起床，练习完之后才到学校。是从不间断的。
John's love for the ocean never fades. Even when he's not surfing, he's drawn to the sea, like a fish that cannot live without water. Only in the sound of crashing waves does he find his dreams and the calm within his soul.
To me, surfing, I think it's really relaxing. The scenery is like amazing here. The water's super clean and the air. Like the connection to nature is like really great here. That's why I love it and want to do it every day.
His father was the spark that ignited his surfing dream. From his earliest days, they've chased waves side by side.
我们现在去那个嘛哈，
麦当娜。
OK， 这一排的都很贵啊，看的海岸第一排的都很贵。江江就在那里耶，到了。
这家对不对？
也过了啊，刚刚那里耶。
That constant love and support became the force that carries John forward through every rise and fall.
My father, during my journey as a surfer, he kind of guided my mental and then just like tells me the mistake that I wouldn't accept myself. So he kind of guides me through my blind spot and just like another pair of eyes on me, which keeps me on the right track, I think.
当然，运动员啊，我们也常常讨论这件事。运动员练习那么多，当然就是希望可以获得好的成绩，在国际上可以让更多人认可台湾的成绩这样子。那当然，另外一部分，如果没有办法达到这样最高的荣誉的话，其实在这一路走过来的经验是别人没有办法拿到的一个很好的经验。我相信这一部分。可以运用在他日常的生活中， 对他可能帮助最大是这一部分，永不放弃，我想这个对他的帮助是最大的。
Bright, energetic, and full of laughter, John fills his home with warmth. He takes care of his family, repaying their love with the same sincerity they've always shown him.
And for my brother, if I'm out of here, out of home, he helps out with the house, and when I'm busy going surfing, he helps do my chores and make me able to go out and train. He loves spearfishing and fishing, and sometimes even making knives as well.
Again, slow, control, there you go, keep going, again, stop, right here, again. All right, take it out. I want you to hit, and then I'll hit, and then you hit. I'll hit, and then you hit. Ready? Go. Hit.
Though he grew up in the United States, John has never forgotten the land that raised him, Taiwan.
I think the things I miss the most in Taiwan is probably their food. I enjoy the food a lot there, and maybe like fishing too. The spring there are really easy to catch fish. To me, I think Taiwan is like a home, like my grandma's home. And every time I go back, I look forward to visiting them. And that just like plays such a big part of Taiwan to me. And it makes sure that I don't forget my identity and just want to go back and eat some food there.
事实上，江讲他也有入选美国精英队嘛，哈。后来我们决定要回台湾来参加这一份代表权，因为我过去的经验，我自己也是代表队。那我们希望说，台湾的成绩，因为他的加入，会有获得不一样的经验，也可以跟台湾的队一起来合作，然后拿到更好的成绩。毕竟台湾是我们的家，不忘初衷啦，就是。希望替台湾有多一份努力，这样子。
It's special to represent Taiwan and maybe even to get some medals for them. But overall, I'm just like really enjoy to go out and take the opportunity to serve against other countries as well. And being a part of the team makes me even more nervous too sometimes.
当然，我每一次比赛，我不管有没有在身边，我都会在他的手机里面留下，keep going, never get up， 就是这样。当然，就是鼓励他一辈子都是这样子来做。
My goals for the future would probably make the Asia Games for the Taiwan surf team.
Representing Taiwan in international competitions isn't new to him, but facing the world's best still humbles him. Each event reminds him to stand tall, stay sharp, and give his all.
It's definitely surprising to hear that it's going to be in India. I feel like this is like my uncomfort zone because all the stories I heard, it feels like it's going to be really dirty and scary. So it's a good challenge for me to face.
No wave is ever the same. No wave will ever wait for you. John has seen waves across the world, yet when he faced the powerful surf of India, his heart still raced with awe.
The first time, I think it's in Maldives, and that time it was just me alone without the team. I feel a little bit more comfortable, I feel like. Less pressure because you don't have like other people cheering on. And it's like when you make a mistake, it's more forgivable for yourself. It's great because without the support, everybody just wants to be better than each other, so it kind of helps push each other. I know most of them pretty well, and after competing for 3 years, they kind of just become my friends and definitely feeling more comfortable. I feel like when it gets really small, It's in my comfort zone because that's all I've been training for in the US. Because most of the time during summer, it's really small. Just a couple days before, right before the contest, when everybody shows up, I feel like they kind of push me a little more, and I felt like everything kind of clicks when that happens.
Appearing on the international stage means more than glory. It means carrying his nation. No matter how fierce the waves or how strong the competition, John never backs down. He knows he surfs not only for himself, but for Taiwan.
My first impression seeing others were like how amazing Japanese surfers are and how their team operates. They even bring cooks to the comp sites so they don't get bad stomachs, and I feel like they have everything figured out. This contest, my goal would definitely to do the best in our team for both Open Men's and U18, and hopefully to get another ticket to the Asia Games for our team.
John Chen is our current national champion, again, both junior and open. So these are both pretty amazing results when we're seeing young athletes be at the top of the competitive field in Taiwan. John, like he hasn't reached his limit at all. And so the constant improvement makes me think that John has the recipe to keep going and finding more success in a competitive arena.
I feel like everything here is different. It's really hot and slippery, and the waves are a little softer and with strong offshore winds, which is very hard to adapt, but we came here super early, so I feel like I got the rhythm down, and just been surfing every day, looking at myself, change myself to be better.
The depth of field in the United States is considerably strong. It's one of the strongest surfing nations of the world, and for John to be rated in the top 20 in a standard for the United States is something that I think speaks for itself as well.
I think in Taiwan we definitely maybe don't get as much opportunity to learn from other pros or people that are above us because we don't have as much surfers. Just less experience with surfing, I feel like.
When he falls, he rises again. For him, it's no longer about winning or losing, but about conquering every wave that comes his way and the fear within himself.
After this contest, I think I could push myself harder on my turns and set a little deeper to get more opportunity on the first turn. I think this contest will definitely improve on my surfing for future big events. This time I feel like I adapt very well to different situations. Today I want to thank my dad and my parents, as well as my sponsors, also myself for taking on this challenge.
Every encounter with the ocean is a dialogue between strength and surrender, between mastering and being humbled. For John, this is what surfing truly means: to embrace the challenge and find joy in every struggle.
I think when I surf, I'm really stylish and like soft and fast at the same time. To me, I think surfing is like my second home. It helps me calm, and I kind of think my mood depends on it. It's just something I look forward to every day.